This is the Ishin Wizard knockoff race. Did you hear that? We're making contact. It sort of clears the top plate, but if there's any lift...
It rubs?
Yeah, it rubs.
We got Stinger Swarm, Bot Grinder, Schizo.
Yeah.
My name's Ummagawds, and this right here is the wildest willy in the West. We all got into this hobby, and it costs like $1 bajillion to get into the experience. So the barrier to entry is really high. But a lot of time has passed by now, and this technology is getting a lot cheaper. And I know that a lot of you guys out there are wondering, what of these cheaper alternatives can I get into without, you know, regretting it later? So we're gonna find out.
This is the EMAX BabyHawk. It comes in price point of about $130, runs on these little baby 2S batteries. I have one of these. I think can hang with the bigger ones. This is a really popular entry-level option, the Ishin Wizard. It's basically a bunch of knockoff components. $300, and it comes with this.
Pretty solid value for 300 bucks.
Yeah. Blade Torrent, it's another brushless micro. I think these two will be kind of similar. $180, neither of these will carry a GoPro. SRD 240X by Storm. This particular version comes with legit EMAX red bottoms and HQ props. $200. Last, another selection from EMAX. Doesn't come with a receiver, so we've got Willie's Futaba receiver. But this is the EMAX Nighthawk. It's really heavy. This is the heaviest of everything on this table. $240.
Shortest zip tie goes first.
Oh my god, mine's like a nugget.
So really goes
Tommy goes
first,
second, I go third.
I want something to carry a GoPro, so that's step one. So that knocks out the Torrent and the BabyHawk. I want to pick the Wizard, but I'm really worried. It is running PPM, just terrifying.
Okay, can somebody else just go next?
All right, Storm, boom!
I just don't feel like working on anything. I'm gonna go for the BabyHawk.
So what's left? We've got the EMAX. How heavy is it?
Pick it up.
Oh god! I'm choosing the boat. The EMAX Nighthawk.
Choosing the budget.
And I'm excited. The one that I wanted to pick is still on the table. I've got a BabyHawk. From what I've seen online, this is gonna smoke the BabyHawk.
Damn it!
I am going with the Blade Torrent.
Let's see, out of all the options on the table, I think I'm gonna go with the Ishin Wizard. This is one of the first radios I bought. Plus it's heavy, my quads are heavy, so I feel like that'll give me an advantage.
The only thing we should do is get it to arm and hover and leave stock raids, stock PIDs, stock everything.
Because we want to know what this performs or how this performs
Wait, stock
right out the
rates?
box.
Does someone say
Stock
stock rates?
Yes, but the bare minimum to start flying.
Got it.
Deal. Go.
Oh, fire. All right, the VTX is smoldering. I guess we gotta put a new VTX on it.
I wanted to come down here really bad, I didn't have any money, so DroneRacingParts.com was like, put this shirt on, we'll pay for you to go to Atlanta. Thank you guys very much. 6.66% off using coupon code BotGrinder. FPV.
I took some Lumineer gold from Schizo.
Oh.
Is it the right connector?
Yes, it's the exact same
Yeah,
VTX.
that's what I thought.
I'm ready for this challenge. What are they doing? Are they just messing around now?
Someone explain to me why my quad is doing that. Is this Drib mode?
It's all gonna be.
Just trim it to 1500, it'll stop moving.
My trims are all zeroed out.
I know, so improperly trim it to zero it out here.
All right, we're gonna make it 15 again. It looks like it stopped
Stop.
moving.
What's going on?
Another VTX popped.
What? So there's something about the drone that's just frying VTX.
Storm.
I think Kevin and I kind of share the same train of thought where, you know, it's just about having fun. And having fun means opening it up, charging a battery, and going. I actually went through one battery already. Meanwhile, those knuckleheads over there are still trying to figure things out. They're blowing things up like little amateurs.
Nick's already burnt half the value of his quad in VTXs.
But it is raining outside. I'm pretty sure if they do get their quads running that, you know, they might win some high-speed stuff.
So Willard chose poorly. Now we luckily have a backup Nighthawk. He says he's not on 3.2.
I'm not on 3.2. Where? How do you get the beta flight?
3.2.
3.2.1.
He is cheating because he's upgraded from the stock firmware to the newest, most bestest.
It wouldn't detect the receiver on the stock one.
You didn't know the setting to change.
No, we did. Me and Tommy sat here for 10 minutes and it wouldn't work. And Tommy said upgrade.
Willard, you got 30 seconds.
Wait, Tommy said upgrade.
30 seconds. He said just flash it, just flash it.
Everyone go line up to fly. You got 30 seconds to your DQ'd.
This is the only battery that we're gonna be flying with the stock everything. We're gonna do the freestyle competition so that we're struggling and trying to get the best flight we can on these stock.
Well, everyone flies, everyone judges.
Everyone watches.
I'll be a 5th impartial judge.
All right, so you're up.
Hey, who all's ready to watch?
And we're off. Woo! Dang.
Oh god, be careful.
That thing's fast.
fast.
It is kind of quick.
This thing is red. Is this 2 cells?
I think the battery's almost dead already.
I'm gonna give him a solid 5 for speed.
I gave it a solid 5 as well. It was much faster than I thought it was going to be.
I'm gonna do a 6 on mine though. The only thing I hated is that it ended so soon.
Yeah.
I thought he had a lot more he could do.
I'm gonna be I want to give him a 4 because
What a
one wasn't finished.
Oh! Drew's definitely not getting a ride to the airport.
I mean, you went fast, but you couldn't even do a power loop. That's like all you do.
Prepare for awesomeness.
Damn it, that is way faster than I thought it would be.
Is that full throttle?
Oh my god.
Bonus point going in the house.
Oh yeah.
Hang on.
All right, split it. No, that's in the kitchen. Okay? You got it. All right.
That's it.
Tommy also was faster than expected. I need room for improvement though, so I'm gonna leave it with a 7.
Definitely points for creativity for flying out in the field and then going inside. A solid 7.
I think I'm gonna go with an 8 on that one because that was the very first run. Never flown it before.
Wait,
Not
technically
true.
he's flown
He
it
got to fly a
before.
bunch the other night.
I'm gonna leave it at 8.
I was gonna go with 7, but also when you flew over us, you didn't hit anybody, so I'm gonna add a bonus point to make an 8.
Solid 6.
Dang, Drew's harsh.
Who's next?
My turn.
It's Willie.
I have no video.
Yeah, bring it in.
I gotta stay close.
Nice.
It's like black and white.
I feel like this is great.
Nice.
Oh god.
I wonder if I can Rubik's Cube it.
What just happened there?
Rubik's Cube right into the bottom.
Oh god.
Willard, sweet run. I am gonna score you higher than I did Tommy. Closer to your normal style. I'm giving you an 8.
Then I'm gonna dock off 1 because you went to 3.2, so you're already not stopped.
Hey, that was your idea.
It was, but then I'm gonna give you back another point. You were able to keep it through, even with video, so I'm gonna give you an 8.
He did definitely feel at home. He didn't go over any trees or anything. He just kind of like stayed right here. I'm gonna do 7.
Well, I'm gonna give it an 8 because the Rubik's Cube that almost ended up in the lake.
Oh yeah, that was
Bonus
sweet.
point for that one. That was nice.
Didn't go over the trees much. You were using 3.2, and you totally ripped off Johnny's style.
Wait, you're savage on Drew for stealing John's style then?
John's next.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Wait, why is your video good?
Terrifying. Oh my god.
actually, his VTX is way better.
Yeah, your VTX is awesome.
Dude, this thing has like some weird gnarly hop thing.
Okay.
Oh god, what's happening? That was my attempt at a Rubik's Cube. See that hop it does? Oh, the throttle hop, like gnarly.
John did not fly as close to his normal style.
I was having to fly around a lot of it was really hopping.
Don't talk yourself up.
I'm just saying.
Shut up.
I'm just saying.
I'm gonna score him the same as Nick with an 8.
Did not crash and explode. I'm gonna give him a solid 9.
From flying the exact same quad just before him, I know how ridiculously terrible it is, but I'm gonna dock 1 point for every $100 that your radio cost above mine that I was using. So you're at like a negative 38.
Great.
No, I'll give it a solid 9.
First person to land today. I'm gonna give it a smiley face. I'm gonna give that run a smiley face.
Yeah.
Is that a bot grinder smiley face?
That skin so flow had the stalls. I swear the color saturation just came back. Golden hour.
Red started
It was
coming
an
up.
experience. I love you. It's a 10.
You're putting the bad antenna
No,
on
I'm
it?
putting John's antenna. 'Cause he had great video with this quad.
Oh wait,
I had terrible
you
video.
used the wrong antenna. That's the antenna that it comes with.
Oh, it does? This was from the storm. It's terrible.
He was using the wrong
The
antenna.
storm continues to screw over Willie.
I think I'm gonna deduct 1 point for not, failing to set up the quad properly.
Yeah.
All right, GoPro's on.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. You good? Hey, one bigger fly.
Yeah, you still have 30 seconds.
No.
Oh god,
Giving points for that. Oh my god. Oh no.
yeah.
Wait. Oh god.
Okay, he's getting points for risk on this. Oh god, there he is. There he is.
I'm just gonna, you know what? Oh, over there.
Something's wrong, he says. Okay.
Wait, DJ, hold still a second. Look at that. That's dedication there.
I love Rotor Riot. When I skated, I would have got a Spitfire tattoo or an Independent Trucks tattoo. Why not get a Rotor Riot tattoo? Basically represents everything, pushing the hobby forward, being innovative, helping other people. It's not just a tattoo. What it says to me and to other people is, I like quads. You want to fly some quads? Let's do it.
The quad had, I think, the best thrust to weight ratio of anything that I've seen today. You kind of lost it and went down in the woods. A 6 on this one.
You did crash early, but you were able to just get back up and then you went ham afterwards. So I'm gonna give you a solid 8.
You now crashed twice as much as anyone else. I gotta give it a solid 5.
I was literally screaming. I thought you were gonna crash in the water. Flew right straight at yourself. Thought we were gonna have to go to the hospital.
And then looked away
Yeah.
while he was going at himself.
And that's what I like about it. It was entertaining. I'm gonna go with an 8.
A lot of great things. And I saw a whole story, you know? It's not about how well you can fly, it's about how well you can crash and get back up and keep crashing. So you get a 2. Yes.
Drew, why don't you go ahead and announce where we
Oh, he's
are
folding
at?
it up. Look at that.
Oh, look at this.
Our loser. Horrible performance, crashing right away. Stinger.
He showed the score.
Second worst is Bach Grinder
Yes.
with 29. Third place, Wow Willie.
Wait,
Score
I'm
39.
third best and third worst.
Yes.
He really is Mild Willie. Just right
For second place?
Second place goes to my boy Uma. Yeah!
Who's first?
You know who it is.
Hey!
This guy.
Keep it awkward, keep it awkward.
If you take out Drew's scores
Then
and did it
that
without
kinda
Drew,
brings me down
it
to
would be
everyone
like way different.
Alright, now you guys gotta get in there and make them fly as good as you can. Reprogram them, put on different props, different antennas, whatever they gotta do to make it their own and fly as good as possible. I'm gonna come back out here for part 2, which is a race.
Chance to go ahead and upgrade my firmware to the good old magical 3.2, but my little secret sauce is I'm gonna use this guy next. This is a 3S battery, and supposedly this turns this into a beast. Now don't listen to him.
I'm pretty sure it's just gonna catch on fire.
I think it's time for new props. My goal is to make it go fast and not crash, so I'm gonna put HQs on it.
2 versus 2?
Yes.
Yeah, for one-on-one. Single elimination. Schizo doesn't have to go round 1. He gets a pass because he won freestyle.
There you go. Okay, perfect.
What?
If you ever want to see if you can fly micros in a torrential downfall, here we go.
Racer, are you ready? Down, thumbs up, go!
Oh my god!
I feel like it's getting heavier.
Oh no, what?
Kevin's coming around. Kevin,
I'm like losing reception.
Kevin's on the lap too.
Spectrum for the win.
Oh my god, I can't control it.
All right. Stingy is hitting the gas.
Oh, I lost. I failed it. Dang!
I'm ready when you are. Already.
Hey, he's back up. All right, Nick's down with a lap and a half. Get a better line on that. Oh, I see some LEDs, Nick.
Oh, he lapped me.
Nick just lapped him. Dude, get a better line on this shit, Nick. Come on. Oh!
Oh, where am I? It is perfectly fine.
Tommy and Kevin had a really intense race, but Tommy ran into technical difficulties, and I can only suspect that the flight controller was getting wet and just causing weirdness to happen. After that, we had Wild Willie and Bot Grinder go for an intense race. Bot Grinder crashed a few times. On the last crash, he was not able to get back up, and Wild Willie took the victory. And now we are on the final race.
So it's gonna be me and Stingy going up against Schizo.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
All right.
Losers go in the pod!
Dude, the torrent is hanging.
Dude, the torrent's freaking ripping.
Oh, no, more the lake!
Oh god.
comes the mic. Oh! Over by the tree. He is down.
I exploded.
Closing in on Dino.
Wait, how many laps is this, Peter?
That's it.
John just won.
I won a race! Oh my god!
What a race! I got third again.
I was shocked at how well the Torrent hung in there.
This is so much fun. One day, I have like 6 hours to come down here to fly with everybody. Thank you very much for having me. My Uber is pissed off. She's waiting for me right now, so I'm gonna have to unfortunately leave.
There she goes.
Oh, no, I'm not.
So that concludes our highly scientific, exact testing.
The storm went down in flames.
We never actually gave it a real shot. It just kept exploding VTXs. We were all blaming on the storm, but like it was literally just a positive wire connected to the battery positive and a negative wire connected to the battery negative, and that went right to the right ports on the VTX. There was nothing in the storm in between. We could have looked up to a battery and it looked like it was.
So we could have done better troubleshooting, but what we know is that we pulled it out of the box, plugged in a battery, and a component went up in smoke.
Yeah.
Now we're going to talk about the Torrent. For $179, you get this bad boy. On the 2S pack, I couldn't pull out of the power loop, did like the tiny whoop flutter into the ground. But when I put it on 3S, flying around inside was a lot of fun. Outside, in the race, I was able to almost keep pace with these guys on 4S 5-inch setups.
Can you explain what a 3S versus a 2S battery is?
When we're talking about lithium polymer batteries, each cell has a voltage max of 4.2 volts. If you want to run higher voltage, you add more and more cells. 1S is basically one battery. 2S, you go from 4.2 to 8.4, and that's two of those cells wired in series. A 3S is three of those. You go from 8.4 to 12.6. As you add more voltage, what that's going to do is it's going to spin these motors at a higher speed because the motors spin at a speed relative to the voltage.
EMAX BabyHawk, I believe this is $99 without a receiver. $129 if you do want a receiver, so I think it's the cheapest out of the whole bunch. All the props are still good, nothing broke. The only thing that gets a little annoying is you gotta fix the flight controller.
The flight controller is literally mounted with double-sided sticky tape.
Right.
And what happens is it'll like when you crash, it'll like pop up and it'll start vibrating and stuff like that, and so your quad will freak out. So you go in like your fingers push the corners down and get it like restuck back onto the tape.
So you gotta find like the sweet spot, but once you figure it out, it's like a 10-second fix when it happens. And what I like about it is that I don't mess up props. Feel like if I didn't have any issues, I'm sure it's just rain hitting the flight controller. On 3S out there, it would have hung with your Torrent.
I think it would have been close.
Eachine Wizard, $300 gets you the quad and the transmitter. And there's a lot of things on this that are just targeted at being attention grabbing. I mean, LEDs on the back, LEDs on the bottom.
And check out that GoPro mount. It's not
Yeah, it's got an
printed.
injection molded.
It's injection molded.
Yeah.
Like that's
probably the best thing on this.
I mean, they took the time to cover the wiring. You're getting a lot for your money, I think, for $300.
From just watching in the goggles, I think the biggest issue is the camera sucks.
Yeah, I think the biggest issue across all the quads we flew, or at least on the 5-inch quads, the cameras just were so bad. The quad flies great, but if you can't see anything, then it's pointless.
You guys should know that you can swap out that camera.
We have a reference point though, right? So we fly with this higher quality gear, so we go to this and we're like, crap, this sucks. But I think someone getting into the hobby is probably good enough for just cruising around in a park or something.
So me and Schizo flew the EMAX Nighthawk. It's priced at $240. You need to add a receiver and battery, and I think it comes with props too.
Only one set.
Man, RTFs, guys.
Well, the Eachine came with how many?
The issue had like 5 sets of props.
No, what? It was bags. I mean,
It had 2 bags of props with it.
It has these little guard things around it, which makes it very difficult to grab the motor and try to untorque and torque down the prop. That's like one thing. I also think that the shield...
It was stronger than I expected.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna just shatter on like the first crash, but it seemed to hold up really well. I mean, Willard hit a tree. But I will say the receiver cable comes out the very front, which I thought was weird. Like, so you can't really mount it back here.
Where are you supposed to put? Maybe if it's
There is
small,
a recess underneath the behind the
could,
camera.
you could probably get it in
under
there. I just think it's kind of weird to have the antennas up here, but
Well,
whatever.
for how much it is, I think they could have just included a receiver.
Yeah, I agree.
Like all the rest of them.
But other than that, I mean, all of these are going to have their pros and cons. I think that it worked perfectly. I had no problems with it, other than me not knowing how to use Betafly, but everything worked as it should, and it flew okay.
Of everything that we flew today, what's your favorite?
If I was gonna walk away from today's thing and take any of these home, it would be this guy. Like I would consider actually purchasing it. I think that it would be a solid option for somebody starting out.
I think the Eachine would have been more something that I would actually fly, similar to the QAVR. It's lighter weight than the Nighthawks.
I line up with 100% what you're saying. If I was taking something home based on what I already have, I would take that because it's novelty and fun.
Yeah.
But if I didn't have anything, I was buying something, or if I was recommending something, Kind of hate to say it because there are cloned parts on this, but I think this is the winner because maybe better, maybe a little worse than the Nighthawk, but the build is more similar to what you'll end up building when you get into it. So when you maybe crash a motor, you can replace it just like you would on one of our builds.
Unlike these guys, I live in an area where I have to drive like 30-45 minutes to fly my 5-6 inch quads. And so I've been wanting like a little guy that I could fly around the house or even just like outside my neighborhood. Because I've got FR Sky and that means it'll only be like $100. I'd probably go here because I don't feel like there's a $100 difference to go with that. Because if I go with that, then I have to spend $40 on a Spectrum receiver because I have an FR Sky radio to get the same thing.
If I were to take one of these quads home, it would definitely be the Blade Torrent. People fly in the Blade Torrents and they say 3S, take the prop guards off and it flies like a 5-inch quad. The little tiny quads break a lot less than the 5-inch quads. You can beat the crap out of the BabyHawk or a Tiny Whoop Torrent and it'll just keep on kicking. But the 5-inch quads, when you're out there doing Mach 7 into a tree, chances are you're gonna break some stuff.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We do want to thank EMAX because they graciously provided us with the Nighthawk and the BabyHawk to test. The rest we actually purchased, so I have no reservations about saying that Fireball Storm.
Screw you, Ishin.
Leave a comment and let us know which drone you think won. Also, check the description for a link to our store. When you buy Rotor Riot products, you support this channel and everything that we do. I've been flying the Hype Train motors. They are awesome. So when you get to the point when you're building your own drone, check out the Hype Train motors, throw them on, and let us know what you think. And we'll see you guys next time.
You living ghost? Boo. You calling me boo or are you trying to frighten me? Which one are you doing here?
I don't know. Does it frighten you to be thought of as my boo?
It should.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It should though.